So in the last class, what we have done, we try to understand the difference between the innovation and invention. Prior to that, whenever you want to start some idea, right, you may be having some ideas, but now whether the particular ideas are already available or not, that also we have discussed with the detail, right? Like how you will identify whether your idea is available or not. So there is a website called in the Google Scholar because you should not type in the Google. Google has only limited validity of the links. So that is why one has to verify whether your idea is already available or not via Google Scholar website. So I hope you remember, right? So yesterday we have discussed about the completely on Google Scholar. So when you type here, exactly if it displays whatever the idea that you have in your mind. So you try to make some title for your idea, right? So when you try to give the title, so it is going to show you whether already data is your idea is available or not. So with that, then you can once you confirm with that, then next step is we have to know how to proceed with that. Let's see, whenever whether maybe the patent you are looking at even in terms of article. So they have some particular procedures out there. There are some procedures to follow. So today what we try to understand is we will try to understand how to get started with the research. So you have idea, now how to get implement that particular idea. And we need to understand what has happened already, right? So that we will be discussing today. And also sometime what happen if you want to know like if you want to know the advancement of your idea, so you have to come across the basic article that is already published, right? Now the difficult thing is these days reading the articles. So not like early days, what we used to do. We used to have libraries, and then we used to go to the particular libraries. We take those copies as a Xerox copies, and then we used to read. These days, nothing open, right? In front of you, if you have a mobile with you, so one can read any kind of article anywhere it is published also. Like see, that time in that case, that years during that time, we had a problem. Like what kind of problem? Uh, Getting the article, it's not so easy because if there's someone from the University of Stanford or somewhere from MIT, so if they publish article, so one has to visit their university and then get the article instant, right? But it is very difficult in those days. And then now, these days, what has happened? Even though if they publish there, we can get within a 1 day in online. So when it is online, it is accessible globally. It is accessible to anyone, right? Anyone in the world. Any researcher can access that. So that's how the technology has been changed. So that is why we will also discuss some of the shortcut ways how one can use AI tools to understand the research article in the easiest way and faster way. Because these days, due to the technology evolvement, like the article or whatever the research that is happening, right? That is growing in a exponential. So that is why we also should be compete with them to understand them, right? So that is why I will also discuss some of the AI tools to understand and even to extend the articles. So before prior to that, we will try to understand how to get started with the research. Now I'm moving with the full Sky website. You can see here. So we go to Google Scholar, Google Scholar as a website. Let us say now we have come to here. Now I want to identify AI for heat transfer optimization. Let us say I want to identify heat transfer optimization by using the ML algorithms. Instead of AI, let us say machine learning algorithms. Machine learning for heat transfer optimization. Let us say. So now what is my idea is I want to understand what is happened related to heat transfer optimization by using the machine learning algorithms. So to understand this, you can see here there are various articles has come, right? I think you can understand. Now there is, I think in the right side you can see there is a app called size space. So the beauty of size space is whatever the topic that you have done about that, it is going to explain actually. Briefly, you can see here. This machine learning has emerged as a powerful tool of optimizing heat transfer. Which meaningly, it is going to be more about this entire article. It is briefly explaining here. Means this is also an add-on actually. And we can like size space we can have as a app or suppose if you install this particular size space, we add a Google extension, Google Chrome extension. When you add this to as a Google Chrome extension, one can easily use this, right? And this all are like you may have the paid version, but what we can do is we can have the limited version, limited versions of the uh, this free versions we can use for a certain period of time, and then you can use the different kinds of varieties also so that you can have the more time access. Okay. So if you want to use this, you can use that, or if you want, if you are able to purchase, then it is better. Right? If you purchase this size space, then one can easily done things very easy. Anyway, we'll be discussing that. Before that, I will explain you how to use like in a shortcut way. So I want to understand this machine learning and heat transfer optimization, right? Separately. So let us try to open some more document. I'm just opening the. So, so level this will be before that we will also have some of the articles open here. So I will be opening some of the articles here. I will show you for three articles, then similar version. You can extend in the same way for all the articles. For all the introductions also same similar version. So in the early days, what I have done is like when I started my research, right? Usually what happens if you meet a research supervisor or guide, what he saying, whatever he has done earlier, right? He's going to give you the his article and then say that start reading this article and then understand the things. So when you start reading, most of the time we may not able to understand things, but you'll get a lot of doubts also, right? To understand them, like what I have done is like how things like if you start reading abstract is fine. What happened in the abstract, there are three things we can get to know. What are those three things? Like in the abstract, when you see any article, abstract will give you the brief information about the entire work, like what they have been considered, what is the what is the methodology they apply, and what is their outcomes. These three things they'll be mentioning there. And when you see when you are reading the particular article, what are the things that you know? You should know what they have done and what methodology applied and what is their outcomes. These are the three things only you also should know, right? That is why the initial days of your research, rather than reading entire articles, rather than reading the entire articles, you just start. You can just start read only the abstracts. So those things like I used to copy actually in one place. So what I'm doing, I'm copying the title as well as this one till the only till abstract. Title of the article. Let us say this is the title. This is the title. And next, after this, we also should know the author names actually. It's very important to know from where and which university they are from, so that you can have a collaboration with them. Suppose if you have any doubts in that particular article, right? You can also have some interaction with them, sending mail and asking that I am sending your work. Kindly let us know like how you have done this particular task, how you have done this particular task. Suppose if you have a doubt in some particular concept, right? Those things we can ask actually. So now I use to copy the abstract. Abstract. I'm copying about this article in the abstract. And we also should know when it has been published also, right? Because sometimes if you follow the, so like if you are not following the recent articles, they may reject also. See, if your idea is whatever the idea that you have, you may think that in your perspective it is new, but when you see the globally, there may be other person who may be already done. That also we should take care of. Right? So now, what I will do, I will be like we will also should know when it has been published, right? So that we can get to know the article information. That will I'll show you after that. When you have a title, you can easily get to know the entire information, like citing the references, all those things also you can get. So right now, we'll show you how to get started. Okay. So this is the article, one article about one article I have copied, pasted, and next second, let us go to the second article. This is deep learning growth, this one, and we have been one articles also here, very abstract book. The only one can copy. I'm copying the title here, second title, right? Abstract to this is second title, and this is the journal that is published, right? So this is second one, the details, and I also should copy the abstract of this. The highlights also wrong, can have a highlights also with you, and you can take the screenshots also. You are going to. So then abstract also got a copy. So abstract, we have copied the abstract here. So this is second article, and then similarly, I will copy the second articles. So here also we should know what is the title they have considered, and then for this, we also should have which journal and which year it has been published. So we have here, then we actually need to know the highlights. You want to know can read the highlights also, so that you will understand what is exactly their aim and what they have proposed from this article. That also we can get to know. And from here, abstract also, and abstract after they are copying the abstract of this particular article, copy it, right? Now what happened? What I have done, I just have selected the some of the articles that are related to machine learning for field transfer optimization. This is my idea. I'm planning to do. Let us see. So now when I copy this here, like see, what are the things that I should know? Because how to represent our understanding in a different kind of tables, right? That is why see, I will be mentioning in other table. Like you can see, I will be taking the another document here, here. So here I will be inserting some table. In that table about the articles of paper one, about paper one discussions, let us say, right? So now, like I will be inserting the table. Yeah, go to insert. I think you should know how to insert the table, right? So I need some columns here. So in the first I will be taking author names, author names. Second one is title of the article and what they have considered Then what methodology applied? What methodology applied and in a different algorithm. If you know the algorithm name also, you can write here. Algorithm names you have. If you identify any algorithm name, you can also see. And outcome of the study. Outcome of their study of their investigation. And last one, we can also show the research gaps. If you are able to identify the research gap, that is good actually. So now, this is the table that I wanted actually. So from you, ultimately, whatever the idea that you have, your wish, you can take your interest on whatever the area that you are interested. The same areas you can take, and then you start collecting this information. So this you have to complete by this month end. Okay. So that for each stage I will be having some marks. I will divide in the similar version. Okay. You have to submit these things actually. Okay. Author names, title of the article, what they have considered, methodology applied, algorithms, outcome of their study, and research gaps. See, getting this thing information, each of this information we can get in a fraction of seconds. I will show you with the AI tools also. We can easily get these things. Okay, no need to worry. So now first author names is, as I mentioned here, there is author names here, right? So just copy paste these author names, because in future you can get to know easily. Oh, this is the idea. About this idea, who has done already. So those things you should speak with only the author names. Okay, in future. That is why you should have a practice of having the author names and their titles, what they have write, and what they have considered. How you will get to know this, right? What they have considered. If you read the abstract, from there you can get to know actually. Two intelligent optimization methods, ANN and adaptive neurophagy system with particle stem optimization were employed in the study to forecast the heat transfer, Nusselt number of the units and effectiveness of the double pipe counterflow heat exchanger. So what they have considered, two intelligent optimization, they have applied two methods. This one with using the PSO, and they are forecasting the heat transfer for how heat transfer is like in a double pipe counterflow. So see, these days like early days, what happened? We have to read this, and then from this we should write briefly what is happening. So that's what we are doing actually, right? So now from here, if you want to know this about this particular article very briefly, so how you can get. So that is why I will be showing you another AI tool. You can see. I think here we have various methods to get. You can use any of those. Actually, I am showing you the size space for AI research. So now I will be typing that article. I want about this particular article briefly. Let us say. Right. So it is actually the So we also have another article. Paper file, I think it has a limited validity. You have to check actually when doing this. Because I was using from LAN, so it's saying that I cannot use this. So here we have to select the literature review. There are various options also, right? You can also see paraphrase. Like sometimes if you have a getting the plagiarism, what we can also use this app to rephrase the things most of the time, because we are not from the native speakers, like native speaker, native language. So definitely we can use this and then we can learn the things. See, AI will help us to understand things, but ultimately, so one we have to. So the one we has like we has to use the things AI to in an effective way is we. So we have to take the help from the AI tool, and then accordingly what is required for us, those things we have to take from this. Okay, so you can see here. So it's showing the insights of the. This is the article that we have taken, right? So they have given this. This is the insight. Suppose sometime what happened, you may be not understanding this insights, right? Then you can also see they have given you summarized abstract about this particular article, right? And you can also see the methods used. What are the methods they have used? All the things are there here, right? And what is the objective of these studies, right? And here we also have a research gap. You can see here, right? The columns. So whatever is our limitations or findings, all the things you can get from here. Okay, the limited version we can have all this information. I hope you are able to follow, right? So what you have to make this table actually by this month end. Next week I'm giving you the time, so I will not take any class. So only this week. Tomorrow we'll take the class and try next Monday or Monday next Monday. We will see how whatever the table that you have done, right? Can start collecting, because you need to work out these things so that then only you can able to remember things, right? So that is why even if you are now right now with the system, you can have a hands-on session. You can open your laptop or mobile also. Try scispace.com and create account first time. It may ask you to create account, right? And this was very good actually. In the free version, it is having very good options actually. Okay. So here, suppose see, you are not able to understand this, right? I want some other data. So that also you can get here. So, but only thing is you have to scroll side. Okay. Methods used, objectives, research gap. So any other thing that we want to know, right? Findings. What are the findings of these articles? Those things also you can easily get to. We are not using software because you are because I am using from lab. So that is why it's saying the limitations actually, because we have some more columns, right? Here you can also see some more columns are there. Like you can also see some of the results, literature survey. Suppose I don't want this, you can close this. If you don't want, you can close this, and you can also add other one also, right? Like findings, okay? Because it will give us only the four things actually, four columns. That's what it said, right? Because I'm using the free version, so you can get only 5 to 4 versions at a time. So from here, summarized, methods used, objectives, findings. So we also need insights, right? Insights are not shown. You should know that there is insights here. You can just copy, because what they have considered is nothing but that what is their insight, right? So you have to copy paste. On methodologies, what methodology they applied. So methodologies also you have to see here. Methodologies they have been what methods they used. So these things all you have to select according to your idea. Okay, that make sure actually I am doing according to my idea, whatever I have in my mind. Okay, now whatever the idea that you have, you can make according to. So better we can make portrait text landscape vision. Its orientation I will be changing. There, vision, layout. orientation landscape. So now I have made this one as a landscape so that the information will be covered here, right? So what is the algorithm? Algorithm is nothing but you can see here. There is algorithm already mentioned here, right? If any algorithm, outcomes of the study, right? Outcomes already there in this, right? Which findings? Outcomes or findings, both are same, right? What are their outcomes? What are their findings, right? So from here you can see the findings. You can either you can take from here and then rewrite them actually. Because only first one, right? So I am taking the outcomes also from here. Paste it in a table. Outcomes of the study and research gaps. This is very, very important, right? What is the research gap in the earlier? And from there, where they have been started, right? That also should be seen others used summarized abstract insights. So we don't need summarized abstract. Let's see now findings, research gap. So you can see research gap option because there was no research gap option there. You have been selected now. I want to know what is the research gap that they have, right? From here, you can copy results and paste over there. Okay, so this is how you have to collect the information, right? So I hope any doubt in this as of now. So algorithms means there you can see some ANN they have used. That ANN again they mentioned that adaptive neurophagy inference system ANSYS. And also because note down the terminologies first. Once you note down the terminologies, next step is easy because we should know the question actually. If you doesn't have a question, you cannot get answer. Once you have the question, answer getting is easy. First only the question is important, right? Getting the question. So that is why. So this is the way you have to collect the information. I hope it is clear. Any doubt in this, or shall I repeat again? Please let us know. You can give me the thumbs up symbol so that I can assume that you were following somehow. That's looking. Anyone? It is fine, or I'm going fast, or you want to change the phase? Did not get any from anyone response. Can anyone confirm? Okay, Raymond is given. What about Bhargavi? This another one, this 464 also has given response. So if any doubts is there, let us know. Otherwise, proceed with the next step. So you understand what you have to do, right? This is the table that you have to make by next Monday. Monday meaning not this coming Monday. I'll give you 1 week time. Okay. And tomorrow also we will discuss about how to write also. That also I will tell you. So in the next week, 1 week, you have to work out actually these things. So this is the way you have to collect minimum some 30 articles. So I have collected about 1 article, right? Similar way, you have to collect about 30 articles, information in the same way. Okay. Size space is clear. Any doubt in this? Sometime you are not able to have a PDF is there. If you don't know title, you can upload the PDF also. You can ask the same way. Only thing is you have to click on the literature review for the introduction. Standard model. Be there all the time. Standard model. Make sure that sometime it will go high quality and deep review. So when it go to these two options, definitely it may ask you money. So if you are at standard mode, then it may not ask you any kind of money. Okay, you can have a free access. You can understand easily with a minimized time. Like shortest way, we can read entire article in a fast form. So now it is easy for you, right? Instead of reading that entire article, you have everything. This is the title. What they have considered? What methodology? What is the algorithm? What is the outcome? What is the research gaps? Similarly, the ultimately see. So let us suppose you have one more article. Let us say I will copy paste about another one. Next one, second one. See now, I'll give you some conclusion also, like we'll understand very easily. So now see, I will be taking now second one, second article. This is the title, right? This is the title of the next article. Let us assume the article title that we have. So this one I am copying in the size space. Okay. You see here the size space. So I will be going with the literature review search. Click on this option and click on the search option. So always be there in the standard mode. If you go to high quality and deep review, definitely it may ask you money. Okay, make sure that you are there at this particular. So you see the title. What is the title that we have? You can see what it does is we have given some title. So related to the title, it has been there are 100 articles are there. It has been saying actually, right? The article that we have given. Okay. So that is why we have to be very careful. What is the title that we have given? I think this parallel one, parallel automatic matching history, something. Parallel CFD environment. This is different. This is parallel CFD environments. Whether it is a conclusion outcome or what else. This is only the title. Interact with an parallel CFD. You can see here parallel automatic something. See, there are other works have been done that also displaying here, right? Mainly. You can see here it's matching. So you can see the target article. So if you want only that particular topics to be found, then you can copy here. Here also it will come. You can so get to know the topics about that. Okay. And similarly, there are various options. You can explore many options are there. You could explore these things. Writer also there. Start writing. So if I give the title, automatically entire things it does actually, right? So that is also there. Just give the title. Okay. It will only do everything for you. That option also there. Here. That's not a paid option. So you may not have multiple options. Right now we are looking at only this one, right? Let us do this. Standard quality for environment. So the environment is showing many articles related to this. So you have to identify your article. Okay. So you take. Let us assume this is our title, right? Similar to that, we have what they have considered inside, right? This you have to copy, paste here. Title also we have to change here accordingly. Title is here. Title of this is the paper. Okay. And then so title we are taking second one, right? Yeah. The title that we have done. And next one is what is there here. Even you can have an Excel sheet also, not a problem. But I'm showing you what they have considered. What they have considered in the the title of the article. First author names are considered. So names actually this is the title. So title is so we have to take this one in the next page. Next one. So here I have to copy paste. So this title should come here. Paste here. And then you can also see the author names there. So we have author names up here. 5 more is there. Just click on this. So the entire authors we can. So copy paste these articles. We should speak with author names. This work has been done with so and so author. So another one is similarly you have to copy the methodology. What methodology they have considered, right? So here you can see the methodologies, right? Methodologies used. Here is there, right? Just copy paste. Okay. So if we copy paste this one, what methodologies they used, then you can get to know, right? Similarly, similar way, you can also changing something. So, so you can copy paste as a plain text if you take so that it will come. Okay. Then similarly, if they found any algorithms names, you can add there. Otherwise, no. And similarly, outcomes of their study. What is the findings? Right? Copy paste findings. I hope you understand, right? The similar version you have to do now for entire whatever the idea that you have in your mind, right? Make it as a title, and according to support that particular title, just type in the Google Scholar so that some of the articles will come, original articles. From the articles, you can just take here and relate to the particular article. What are the works already done? That also will display. See here, you don't need to go again there actually, Google Scholar. You can see the similar work what is done here, right? They have given here. You can see the same whatever the topic that we have on the parallel automatic history matching algorithm using reinforcement learning. So this also will be done, right? So all the articles will come at a time. Plus getting the 30, 40 articles is easy for you to make this step, right? Once you make this table, you will understand. See, let us assume that I have completed this table now. Now, my question is for you. See, it is easy for you to extend when you have all this information in this format. The reason is, like now, see, say I have copied article 1 details, article 2, article 3, let us say I have some group of 10 articles. Now I can easily understand what is the first author has done, what is the second author has done, what is the third author has done. So now what you can do, you can have a connection. What is the research gap they have, and what author 2 extended, what is the author 3 extended, what is the drawbacks in the article 1 and article 2, what author 3 has done. So this is how you can have a counter analysis. So whenever you do some kind of counter analysis, you will understand better way of subject actually. So then it is easy for you to extend. See, like if you start reading like normal way, sometimes it may take more than 4 years, more than 5 years, right? That is why we always have like this kind of things. Whenever you see, whenever we have this particular pattern, it is easy for us to understand things easy better way. So that is why I'm saying you can use the AI tools in a useful way so that you can understand better way of dealing with articles. Because AI will always help us. The only thing is we should use in a proper direction. Okay. I hope you are following, right? Any doubts as of now? So now you understand how to get started, right? So this is how we are getting started now. In the day one, we understand whether our idea is existing or not. The day two, we try to understand about the particular idea, how to get started, right? Collecting the information, getting the things done, what methodologies, how many methodologies are there to approach this particular problem. So all this information we can get to know from the online, like say, there are various AI tools that I have been explaining with the size base, right? We can easily understand things in an effective way. So that's how one has to use. and then you can use them in a future purpose also. But you will see at the end of the final year, you have to submit in one of the project, right? So rather than submitting some dummy project, you can have some real-time project where you exactly had the things, right? So that is why always preferably use these things, right? Any doubts in this as of now? So I hope it is clear, right? So as per our agenda today, as I said, we understand how to get started with the research and how to read the article in easiest way, because right now I have shown you how to read the article, right? And as I said, like we also discuss about some of the AI tools. So we discussed about one of the AI tools that is called size space. So when you use size space, always make sure that you are in the standard mode, because otherwise if you go other modes, it may ask you some of the money, like paid version. If you take paid version, it will help you a lot actually. It will help you like in all the way, like writing literature, because you can see in the size space, there are various options. Paraphraser, so the paraphraser will help you whenever you have a plagiarism in the model, right? I will tell you how to reduce the plagiarism also in the coming sessions. Right now, we stop here, and in the next class, we will see how to referencing, how to do the referencing in a just. So as of now, we have done our idea, and then about idea what is done. That we have done. And then next thing is, once you know this, then you can extend the model. And we'll also discuss about how to write introduction, how to write the results. So all these things we'll be discussing in the coming sessions. But before that, you should practice this 1 week actually, because otherwise you'll forget everything. Nothing will understand if I teach only the things. So that is the reason I will be giving you. Tomorrow we will take the class. After that, I'll give you 1 week gap, and again we will start the session on Monday. Is that fine? Any doubts as of now? I hope I am assuming that you are following.